Hello everyone, welcome to Jackie Does Stuff. I'm Jackie and I do stuff. I'm going to try to avoid showing my face because I have like something really hecked up on there. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making some iced tea or some herbal infusions, whatever you want to call it. I have this really beautiful carafe. I just washed it that I got from Mountain Rose Herbs. Which is also where I get some of my bulk herbs from. Most of them I would like, but sometimes I end up with some bulk herbs because I have some great friends who are like, I have 1 pound of rose petals. Do you want them? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. So this carafe is really cool because like making an herbal infusion, or what you might call herbal tea, is like not hard, but it's for me it's just kind of daunting because you have to go through the whole like setup and you have to put the leaves in and you got to take them out, and like, if you want to make a whole carafe of it, they don't always make a tea bag situation that can kind of accommodate this. So this made it really easy, and I'm really glad I ended up getting it. This isn't sponsored, by the way. This is just kind of like, I just really like Mountain Rose Herbs, and if you know anybody who shops there, they all are like this about them. If you haven't checked them out, you definitely should. I got this carafe from them originally. Like, my idea was to try to make cold brew with it. It didn't end up working out for that. I did try it. It didn't come out great. So instead I'm kind of only using it for infused water or for iced herbal tea, or whatever you want to call it. So it's got the carafe, and then it has this kind of like rubber spout on it, and then it has this, sort of infuser basket that goes in and nestles into the spout. And then you just put your herbs right in there. So I do this, I don't do it every day because I don't drink that much herbal tea, but like I'll make a batch, I'll put all the herbs, the herbal material in the basket, and then I'll put it straight into the fridge, and it will, infused water, it only needs like however long, it could be like an hour. But I like really, really strong flavors, and I like really, really strong color. I think that's mostly just ADD. I don't know. So I like to pack the basket all the way up to the top, and then I like to leave it in the fridge either like overnight or for a full 24 hours or whatever. So today it's like early July and it's really, really hot. So what I decided to go with today was lavender, rose petals, and then back here is hibiscus. Sometimes I like to add weird stuff in there. I'll usually like to kind of like throw an herbal curveball in there where I'll do like rose and elderflower and echinacea or something. I don't know. But today I kind of just wanted to have a nice cooling summer iced tea, herbal infusion, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and get these bags opened, and then I will put the material in there, and I'll just show you how I do it. Alright, so I got them open. I really need to figure out how I'm going to hold this camera because doing stuff one-handed is just not working for me. So I really love all three of these, but I think I have them arranged in order of how much I like them. Lavender, rose petals, and hibiscus. I love lavender. I think lavender might be my blood type. So I'm going to put the most of that in there. And if you're going to make your own tea, and like this is not advice or anything, this is just kind of like how I'm doing it, definitely make sure to check that you're not allergic to the thing you're trying to make tea out of. Definitely make sure that you're aware of what effects you expect them to have on your body, and also like be aware of what you like what your own taste is. So I love lavender, so I'm gonna kind of be filling like half of the basket with just lavender, and then the other half I'll do like half of that as each of these two things. But that's just me. That's kind of just my taste. Okay, so look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? All right, so to make this a little easier, I'm going to stay back here, but yeah, so just pop it right on in there, and you can see down in there. It's kind of hard to see from the side, but yeah, if you're like looking in from the top, that should tell you about where you are in the basket. All right. Yeah, I think that's probably good. All right. So normally I would close that immediately. You want to make sure to take good care of your herbs so they can take good care of you. But, you know, one-handed. All right, now we're going to put some rose petals. I love rose petals. I feel like they're like really underestimated in terms of like being able to be used. You know, a lot of people sort of think of roses as like something to look at or a, you know, or a beautiful garden plant, which of course it is. But like you can use it in so many things. You can use it in tea. Like making rose tea is really luxurious and like really, you know, it's like exactly the same as any other herbal tea. It's just that for me personally, it feels like giving myself a nice big hug. I like to put it in my skincare products. It's really, really good for the skin generally. I mean, I'm not giving you advice or anything, obviously, but like a lot of people use stuff like rose water in cooking, or they'll use it as like a facial toner. Oh, look at that. This is hibiscus. This was a gift from a good friend of mine. And look, man, we can't grow hibiscus where I'm at because we're in the wrong climate. Well, for now. But like, look at how like that looks juicy. That looks like I could like bite into that and juice would come out. But yeah, I don't use hibiscus very much because it's very, very strong. Like it'll just like take over, like the color, the flavor, it'll just hide everything. It just dominates. But yeah, I'm gonna put a little more hibiscus in there. But yeah, if you have a bunch of herbs and you're not using them, I would definitely recommend the iced herbal infusion method, or you know, give it to your weird friend who does use them, because they will absolutely not go to waste, I promise. All right, now in this, I try to push them in there a little bit if I can, because later they might kind of come out when I'm trying to pour it, or they might fall in when I take the basket out later. I don't mind personally. I like having it, you know, stuff fall in there. Sometimes it's very rustic, I feel like. Yeah, so now that I have packed the basket, the next step is to pour in some water. I have, I use mason jars as like, I use them as they are meant to be used, but also I use them for drinking glasses because I don't have that much space. But I'm really lucky. I have my fridge here has like a filtered water dispenser, so I'm going to use the filtered water for the tea. The tap water where I live is great. It's just that since I have access to this, I like to use it for things that I want to be like special, partly because you know, you want to be really intentional about the ingredients that you use and stuff, but also it lets me know, like it's almost like it like lets my psyche know that I want this. I'm taking extra special care of how this tea, this infusion is being prepared, and like it feels more special when you use more special ingredients. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you can see even from way over here, you can see that the infusion, I call it tea because I'm not really that fancy, but I guess technically it's called an herbal infusion. But yeah, look, you can see that beautiful pink. It's like rose quartz. That beautiful pink is already starting, and it will only get darker and more flavorful the longer you leave it. You could have like hot tea as well, obviously. It's just that I really like iced. Or cold, I suppose. This is the same reason why I like cold brew, is because like when it's hot, I gotta wait around. I don't always want to be hot, but I'm usually in the mood for a cooling drink. And since I live in New England, I mean, it's like our cultural heritage to drink iced coffee in the middle of winter. It's just what we're like, you know. So this is really neat how you can kind of just like put this all together and then just pop it in the fridge and just wait. It's, I guess, you know, some people don't like to wait, but it's like you're going to be waiting anyway, so you might as well have some delicious tea at the end of it. Now, since I'm not sweetening this, I could, I'm just not going to. And the reason for that, oh, look at that. Oh, goodness, it's so pretty. I'm not going to, but the reason for that is because I also sometimes make syrup with some of my weird herbs and some of the stuff that I get from the CSA, my community supported agriculture farm subscription. So I happen to have some strawberry, basil, rhubarb syrup that I made. So I'm instead of sweetening the entire batch, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sweeten every cup. I'm just going to put a little bit of syrup in the bottom of the cup and then pour the tea on top of it, and that will do just fine. But also, I don't really need to sweeten my tea. That's not, I can live without it. Yeah, so I pour it kind of like up as far as it will go. You don't have to, I guess, but I do. Because when you take the basket out, it'll displace some of the, as a matter of fact, I'm going to pour a little bit more in there. And then I like to kind of save this water, put it off to the side so I can water my houseplant with it once it like comes to room temperature. But anyways, yeah, so that is, oh, nope, I'm forgetting something very important. The lid. So we're going to pop the lid on there. And this is pretty cool actually because it has like a strainer and this plate, but it's kind of like movable. So you can pop the lid on there and you can kind of press it down, but the lid will move and the filter will like stay in place. So you can like hold this back and pour the tea out even with the basket still in there. So if you wanted to leave it to infuse for a little while, you can totally do that. So now I'm just going to put this in the fridge, and that's it. And I will be having some of this either, it's about noon now. So either like sometime in the evening or probably tomorrow. Yeah. I don't really plan these teas ahead of time. I kind of just reach into my herb cabinet and pull out whatever. So this is just my, oh, look at that. You can see the infusion right next to the basket. You can see the water starting to pull the color and the flavor out as we speak. Oh man, that's really cool. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm hiding my face a little bit, but I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.